tried to reach out to the man who died in this pursuit. They were unavailable for comment. Micah, back.
Hey, welcome back, guys. Glad
How's
to see you all.
everybody doing?
I'm Richie Redneck Pimp King, bad man of comedy, and today we got a good show lined up for you today. Of course, you got the commander, my cohort, my partner in crime. The commander's here in the house. If y'all been noticing the last couple of times, he's had his name spelled correctly.
Yes, capitalized even. Yeah.
And thank you, Mr. Dean Cerny, for that.
Yes, sir.
Dean's always keeping us lined out. Yes. Go ahead and share out, guys. Get on here. We have a special guest in the house tonight, and the man needs no introduction anywhere in the civilized world. Please welcome, first time he's been on this show from his couch to King's Court, our good buddy, the king of clean comedy, Mr. David Scott.
Hello.
What's up, my brother? How you been?
Hello. How's everybody?
All right.
We're fine as a frog's hair.
split about 6 ways. Yes.
Yes.
We're just doing a little sharing out here. Good to see everybody. All right, guys, we'll go get on with the festivities here. All right. First out of the gate today, we have Mr. Dean Cerny. Hey, y'all, been watching the Iran thing. Yep, as we all have been. Sure have. Guys, share out there. I see we got some people coming in now on the live feed. Thank you all for joining us. We got some comedy bets on Facebook, comedy bets on YouTube, and Backwoods Veterans Media carries comedy bets too on their Facebook page. Thank you all for joining in. Appreciate it very much. We're with a good friend David Scott, and we'll get to him here in a little bit. We know we got some things we've got to do, so he's here to enjoy the ride with us. So we're going to enjoy him while he's here. First thing is absolutely first. Okay, we always do on here. We do missing persons, and so we're going to get to that right now, like we always do. And it's a pretty. They've updated a lot of these, and I'm glad to see it because we got some new ones floating through here. Okay, we got Miss Sabrina Elaine Hines, and I hope I said everything correct there. All right, here's her photo. The kind of blurry ones. It's not my computer. That's just the way they are when I import them. I don't know what that symbol is there, but it looks like she's works at a fast food restaurant apparently. Okay. Information. Date of birth. She's born January 24, 1977. Her hair, sandy blonde. Eyes, hazel. She's 5'2", 160 pounds. Female. Her race is white. The Federal Bureau of Investigation's Columbia Field Office and the Richland City Sheriff's Department in South Carolina are seeking a public assistance in locating Sabrina Elaine Hines. On January 30th, 2026, Hines was reported missing after her work vehicle was found unoccupied near mile marker 29 on Interstate 77 in Richland County, South Carolina. She was last seen leaving work at 10:07 p.m. on January 28, 2026, at a gas station, Stallion in Winnsboro, South Carolina. Hines was last seen wearing black shoes, black pants, a red shirt with a long sleeve black undershirt. Multiple sources and extensive investigation measures were taken by law enforcement. There has not been any sign of Miss Hines. If you have any information concerning this case, please contact the FBI's toll-free tip line, 1-800-CALL-FBI, or 1-800-225-5324, or the Richmond County Sheriff's Department at 803-576-3000. You may also contact your local FBI office, the nearest American Embassy and Consulate, and you can submit an online tip online. Field Office of Columbia. Again, one more time, guys. Take a good look at these here. All right. I'm sure the family would love anything you all can tell about her.
Yes.
Yes. I see we got a comment here. It says, David Scott, of only two men on earth to wear their underwear on the outside of their pants, him and Superman. And his comedy is like Superman, guys. It's great to have you here, Mr. Scott. We appreciate you joining with us. We're going to do some funny memes and some stuff here. So if you want to comment on any of this, go ahead. Okay. This is truth in advertisement right here. The glass half full, the glass half empty. The glass is full, according to Lay's.
Yeah.
Yep.
Any local potato chip guys will understand that one real quick. I think I've had this next one on here before, but it's just awesome. Whoever strapped this tractor down, what a phenomenal job.
There's got to be a trophy somewhere for that guy.
A ribbon, trophy.
Something. I mean to tell you. Yeah. That's
The fact that it's stuck like that's amazing, but yes. We had appliances with 0 smart features. You plugged them in once, and they ran for years.
amen.
Yep.
And they were all heavy.
Yes.
Yeah, they were. Tell me I'm wrong, but Congress should be the first to lose paycheck during the shutdown.
Yep.
You know what? I wholeheartedly endorse that.
I do too.
Big debate. I don't know if you guys have seen this going around. What does a blue stop sign mean? First thing it means is stop. Okay?
Yeah.
And then
Big
you can
capital
argue.
letters right there.
You can argue. Some say it's a private stop sign. Some say it's for ambulance, for a bunch of ambulances. If you got a bunch of ambulances, you don't stop. You're an idiot. Okay.
Yeah.
I say it's just because the people in that neighborhood are very sad.
You know what, David? I think that's you're
Oh,
right.
They're just sad.
They're just sad. But you better stop anyway.
Yeah.
You better-
Play it
you
safe
better-
and stop.
Some people just take things too far. Man arrested after alleged meth fueled party with his ailing wife. I'm not sure that was a party she was wanting.
I
But
don't
he
think so.
Did you notice that
What's that, David?
face? He's good.
He's very good. Yes.
Yeah.
This next one wasn't very well thought out. Man pretends cop to steal coffee and donuts at a gas station. If that's not a stereotype right there.
You're
Look
not
at him.
exactly.
Look at his look. What?
Yeah.
What?
What? Like, what'd I do?
As you said off air, you don't mess with the cops' long johns. Yeah. Some people leave memories. I leave farts that traumatize buildings. Yeah. Or defecate in your local cop car. I don't know.
Yeah,
Just saying.
Yeah. You know.
This here is such a true. I guarantee you this is somebody's house. Not even wired to the ceiling. Look at that.
It's either that or that's one powerful ceiling fan.
I think it's overkill. Holy Moses. The guy couldn't move that.
Yeah.
Woo.
Here, I got
DUI.
this, honey. I can
DUI.
fix it.
He turned it with his hand. It's hitting. Let's turn it on. See if it still hits.
Oh boy.
Some people. So tell me a little bit about yourself. I'd rather not. I really need this job. David said his daughter wrote a new joke about that. Go ahead, David.
During a job interview, the interviewer said, "What are you doing right now?" And she said, "Applying for a job."
Hello.
Ding 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 ding.
I'm sold. I remember driving over with Bell at a gas station to get service.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about that was some good service back in that
Yeah,
day
it
too.
was.
One of my grandkids, I don't know if I ought to chew him out or pat him on the back for this next one. Dog needs a bigger door. Dog needs smaller ass.
Yep.
Every government department should face a full public audit every single year. If they can't show where the money went, they shouldn't get any more.
Yep.
You tell him, Simity Sam.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Missouri, a bill in Missouri will require drunk drivers to pay support after killing a parent.
Yep.
Absolutely. We're gonna talk about that here in a little bit.
Yep.
Because we're gonna discuss that. That's cool. All right, let's do some of these video memes.
If you would shoot someone because they try to steal your dog, that means you value a dog's life over a human's life. Anyways, here's my number. I can help you pay your bail.
United States is the worst.
I think she's I think she loves her dogs.
Yeah, I think so.
This next guy, I've seen him on there. I don't know if he's just this stupid or
The
what.
United States is the worst country in the USA.
I'm not telling them. It's too early for this shit. Sunday morning. Somebody tell them. I'm not telling them.
There ain't enough coffee. There's not
You
enough.
knew, you
coffee.
tell him. David, I ain't telling him nothing. All right. These people here vote. Every one of these people vote.
What is 34 plus 66?
34 plus 66. 99. 98.
What year was the U.S. founded?
I know the answer to that.
Okay.
1982.
The United States was founded in 1982.
Sammy.
Who did the U.S. gain its independence from?
France?
We brought this up earlier, like way earlier.
France, Europe? France, I think.
How many letters in the alphabet?
24.
What language do people in Idaho speak?
French.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of drugs,
yeah.
On today's episode of How Fucked Up Is Fucked Up. That's fucked up. And
just say no.
This is
If you do push-ups with a pie plate, you deserve everything that happens.
you deserve that.
Oh man. A couple more. Oh, why?
Yeah. There,
Why?
why try that? What? Why?
Holy Moses. In front of the last one. Somehow Dave and I should turn this into something on stage. This letter from the son is funny.
So yesterday I got home from work and I walked by my son's bedroom. He had the bed nicely made, all of his stuff was picked up, his room looked really nice. Then I seen this envelope laying on the pillow and it said Mom on it. And I was scared to death to open the letter, but here's what it said. Dear Mom, I'm so sorry to be writing you this letter, but I was trying to avoid an argument with you and Dad. I have a new girlfriend and her name is Tiffany, but I knew that you and Dad would not approve of her because she has several piercings, she is much older than me, she wears tight clothes, and she drives a motorcycle. Not only am I in love with her, but she is also pregnant. She and I are very happy and we share a dream to have many more children together. Tiffany has also opened my eyes to the fact that smoking has never really hurt anyone. But in the meantime, we will pray that science will find a cure for AIDS so that Tiffany can start feeling better. Don't worry, Mom. I'm 17 years old and I know how to take care of myself. Tiffany has her own trailer. We will be back soon to visit so that you and Dad can meet your many grandchildren. Love, your son, Michael. And then at the bottom it said, P.S. None of this is true. I'm over at Carl's house and I just wanted to remind you that there are worser things in life than a bad report card. Please call me when it is safe for me to come home.
Hey.
What can I say?
Get some of our comments from our fans here. It says BJ Reed, she's watching. She's got her eye on us.
Yeah, she does.
You know, he grabbed those tie downs and said, that ain't going nowhere. And it didn't.
It didn't.
It didn't go anywhere. Amen to those old appliances. Help my grandma wash clothes with her old Maytag wringer washer. Yeah.
Yep.
And it was heavy. It didn't go nowhere.
Yep.
Good evening. Kowina, thank you for joining, man. Appreciate you being here. Uncle Fester really let himself go. Yes, he did. But he won't leave. He's talking to the kid. USA's terrible. Yeah. we wouldn't have to fight France for our independence. They just give up.
Give up. I know that's right.
Dude got a cheekoscopy. Oh, chinoscopy. That's wild. You can't fix stupid, but you can sure hit it with a 2x4. Yeah. No, that's facts, guys. Guys, thank you all for coming out. We appreciate y'all hanging with us. Trying to make everybody's day a little better. I know there's things going on right now people don't understand or confused about. So just take some time, relax a little bit. David Scott's in the house with us. He's going to get to some exciting things he's got coming up and some things he's going to talk about. And we're just going to make people laugh. That's what we do here.
That's what we do.
The news, you guys, for those of you that local are going to do the Patriot Ride coming up here, go ahead and start getting your stuff right now. The lady put a post out. Go ahead and register now so you're not doing it at the last moment. Get your insurance for your vehicle you need. I don't know if you can get a 1 day or a month, whatever's got to be figured out from your local office. They got a T-shirt for you to wear. If you want to sponsor it, you call that number for sponsorship, all that, whatever you want to do. For guys for local. But it's $70 per UTV, includes your shirt. $60 if you register early. Okay, Richie, that's you, Richie. Register early. Extra shirts available for $20 a shirt, up to XL. Raffle items and auction items. We're still needing some more raffle items and auction items. I'm going to take some stuff over here that was donated. I'm going to take a couple pieces there and have them auction them off for themselves. All this money goes to help the veterans, guys, and for the veterans home. And David Scott's performed out there before. Me and Jeff just performed out there last week. Great little show. They were great people out there, man. They really enjoy when people come in there and put on a show for them. Also, we got one of our big comedy shows coming up in Hale, Missouri. First time we've ever been to this place. They're excited to have us in there. It's called a Hale Hangout. Those of you that frequent there, it's free to the public. It does not cost you anything to come in the door. They never charge a cover. She just pays us, and then she takes the money of you guys when you come in for the food and drinks and stuff she sells. And raise money for suicide. Y'all know that. Our MC for the night is James Riley. He's a good guy. He keeps things going. He's a Navy veteran. We got Pete Barlow coming all the way up out of Texas. He's active duty. He's coming up all the way out of Texas for this show. Good to see him. You got that fat guy down at the bottom. You recognize him. I'll be there performing. And my buddy, my longtime friend, the godfather of comedy, Mr. Richard Montano. We're going to let him headline this thing. So it's going to be a great time for everybody. Come support. We'll have a 50-50 raffle. We'll have a merch there for sale, all that stuff. Adult comedy show on this one. Must be 18 or over. One, because they serve alcohol there. And two, you might hear some language on that. Again, no need to reserve your tickets because it's a free show. Come on out to Hale Hangout. If you've never been to Hale, Missouri, it's quite a little place. It's some of the road getting in sometimes is curvy, but it's a good place. Also, guys, still got some merch for sale, some dog tags and stuff. You guys want some comedy vets? Let me know what these dog tags. We also got the dog tags, and the sister to it is a key ring. Okay, so I got key rings and dog tags. Whatever you need there, take a look at them. If you want one, let me know. We'll figure out how to pay for them, and I'll send them to you. Top right of the screen, y'all see up here is our little QR code. If you feel like donating, if you want to donate, if you can, you're able to. We appreciate it. Donate, whatever. It keeps the podcast running. Pays for the StreamYard. It pays for a monthly subscription we have for the internet service, and none of it goes in our Commander and I's pockets. We couldn't get rich doing this. We'd be starving to death for sure.
We couldn't get a beanie weenie.
No. No, my wife's in. Shh, my wife's here. Be quiet. Dude, it's snowing here. Man, we're finally getting into some decent weather here in Missouri.
Yeah.
Mother Nature's still bipolar. She's still hanging on.
Yeah.
You turn the corner now, and it's going to start progressing that way.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Scott, that's for news and memes. If you want to not Mr. Scott, I'm sorry. Commander, you want to do your conversation with the commander, sir, please?
Okay. All right. Well, welcome everybody. I'm glad you all are tuning in. I searched during the week to find a nice little story that's worth mentioning. And we showed a meme just a little while ago, and I pray that those youngsters that was just a put on that please Lord, that can't be real, but probably is. Everybody talks about all of our young people and the things that troubles them about this younger generation. Well, every once in a while, there's a nice story that comes up that just gives you a little bit of hope for our future generations. And this young lady deserves a big shout out and a salute. And I want to tell you just a little bit about her and what she has done. And I'm going to read this little article. It won't take very long. And then I'll get into our military word for today and see if y'all can figure out what it is. This girl's name is Katie Pryor. And she was just a little girl when she first picked up a trumpet. Her great-grandfather, Wilford Forrest, a veteran, was in hospice care, and her family held a quiet hope that one day Katie might play taps at his funeral. Well, 24 notes, a military tradition honoring service, sacrifice, and remembrance. Katie practiced. She tried. She wanted desperately to be ready, but she wasn't. Her great-grandfather passed before she had mastered the notes. At his funeral, a recording was played, and for Katie, it was a small gesture, but it felt enormous. And she had wanted to give him something real, live music, played by someone who loved him, and she hadn't been able to. Well, for years, that moment stayed with her. At age 14, Katie learned something staggering. More than 1,500 veterans die every day in America, and most families never hear live taps at the graveside. They hear a recording, just like her family had, just like thousands of families do across every state every day. Katie decided that was unacceptable. So she founded the Youth Trumpet and Taps Corps as her Girl Scout Gold Award project, becoming one of the youngest Gold Award recipients in her council's history. The mission was simple and powerful: recruit young trumpeters to volunteer at veteran funerals across America free of charge for any family who wanted it. But she didn't stop there. Katie built a full training program, teaching not just the melody, but the etiquette and how to stand and how to dress and how to honor a grieving family with dignity and respect. Because this was never about 24 notes. It was about the person those notes were for. The Corps started with 26 volunteers in Oklahoma and Texas. It grew. Eventually, 120 young musicians across 30 states were volunteering their time to play at veterans' gravesides. The program became a 501c3 nonprofit in 2015. The White House recognized Katie as a champion of change, honoring her alongside other young women who had done extraordinary work in their communities. Katie herself has played at dozens of funerals every time she thinks of her great-grandfather. I wish I would have gotten to play taps for him, but I'd like to think that every time I play taps at someone else's funeral, I am in part playing it for him as well. Think about that. A teenager standing in a cemetery, playing for a veteran she never knew, quietly honoring the man that she lost. One missed moment became a mission. One girl's grief became a gift to thousands of families. Somewhere right now, a young musician is standing at a graveside, trumpet raised, playing those 24 notes for someone they never met, because Katie Pryor turned a heartbreak into a legacy. At 14 years old, with trumpet and a broken heart, she built something that will outlast all of us. That is courage. That is service. That is legacy. So, Katie, this old veteran salutes you.
Yep.
Good job. Well done, young lady. Well done. You have just earned you an extra jewel for your crown when you stand before your maker. That's all I got to say. kudos to all those young people and this organization that she's done. So if you want, look her up. She's easy to find. I Googled her up. It's there. Give her a shout out, send her a private message, something. Reach out and let her know that what she has started and done, it's fantastic. It's wonderful, and she just needs to be recognized.
Absolutely.
So that is my little hero for this week on my little segment of the Commander's Corner. And our veteran word for today is Tango Uniform. TU. Look it up. Tell me what it is. If you're not, by the end of the show, I'll let you know.
All right, you guys got an assignment there. Say it
there
again.
There you go. Tango Uniform. TU. Look her up. Maybe somebody out there already knows what it means.
All right, that was the end of Commander's Corner. Thank you for that, Commander.
You are welcome.
All right, guys. As we said at the beginning of the show, my good buddy, my friend, my compadre, he's the king of clean comedy. He's 2-time W Entertainment Trophy winner for Last Comic Standing. He's an Army veteran. For those that you knew, we'll bring on our friend, Mr. David Scott.
Hello. You talk about the letter on the pillow. When I was in high school, I spent the night with a friend. It was a school day. He only lived like 3 blocks from the high school. But we were messing around. We were late. So we had to go to the office, and they give you a slip that they'll sign, to let you in the hall, down the hall. And they said that you need an excuse for why you're late. Well, I wrote in pencil, we were attacked by a pack of rabid wolves. So they didn't like that. So they erased it. They sent me on my way. So I got out my pencil after I was out of the office and wrote, we were attacked by a pack of rabid wolves. And my first period teacher was, it was in chorus, chorus. And so the teacher was the head of the music department. So I gave him the note. He didn't care. He put it on the piano and kept teaching. Anyway, flash forward to the end of the school year, last day of school. He calls me to the front of the class. He had that note framed. What a guy.
Wow. David, thanks for joining us. I got one thing I brought up earlier in the show. I want to bring it up to you right now. I caught this little piece right here. I went over it. It says Missouri bill would require drunk drivers to pay child support after killing a parent. Now, I know people have a politics a certain way, but I'm going to tell you something. I'm lock stock in voting for this. I'm wholeheartedly for this. What say you, sir?
I would say, yeah. If you are negligent in your driving and you kill a parent and the child survives, you ought to take on the responsibility of seeing if that child's taken care of, because it was your negligence that caused it. Honestly.
I agree, David. One thing, I mean, there's really no negativity against this. How can you argue not for this?
Yeah.
Especially those guys that have been arrested for 4 or 5 DWIs.
Yeah.
If you can't figure it out,
anyway,
my grandfather always said the best place to hit a man is in his pocketbook.
Yep.
He'll remember that.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
If you got a drunk driving in Kansas, you just drove in Missouri because they couldn't talk to each other. Well, guess what? Those days are gone.
That's right.
Yep, they can talk to each other and say, wait a minute, we got a warrant for your arrest from, South Dakota. What? How'd they know that? Anyway.
Is it a task unit or a training unit? That's the answer.
No, that's not it.
Okay.
That's not what it means.
It should be. There's a guy up here that has 19. 19?
Wow.
19? Wow, that's a court problem there. I mean, I don't know. I like to have his attorney. I crap in a cop car one time. I'm branded for life. This guy gets 19. Speaking of that, this morning I went over to my local sheriff's department, and I go to the courthouse, and it's just packed. A lot of criminals in there. Apparently, I go in and ask for the sheriff's department. They tell me they moved, so that's pretty good. I didn't even know they moved. I mean, Then I walk in there I found a place. Right, it's on a new road, new building, everything. The lady says, "Can I help you, sir?" I said, "I need to talk to the deputy sheriff." She said, "What's your name?" I almost started crying.
Oh.
They don't know me no more. My name is Richard King. They're like, oh, we heard of you.
Yeah,
Got a couple seconds of relief there. Of course, the deputy's like, hey, ain't you the one that? Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure
all
am.
them years ago. Yes, I am. I said, I never lived that. She goes, you're never going to live that down. I said, ma'am, you're new. You don't even know me. But I heard of you. Anyway, I didn't need no bail money, Commander. I was perfectly.
There you go.
Just having a conversation. But I didn't have no orange jumpsuit. Mr. Scott, a lot of people don't know you, so let's give them an opportunity to talk about what's new to you, sir.
What's new? Well, my girlfriend's car is amazing. It starts to rain, the windshield wipers come on automatically. Going down the highway, keeps you between the lines automatically. You come up on another car, it'll slow down so you don't hit it. I've never felt more like a passenger than when I'm driving her car. So
same. Yep.
Oh, when I'm driving, I'll floss.
Yeah.
And now you may say to yourself, wait a minute, Dave, hold on, back up. You have a girlfriend? Well, not anymore. We're married.
Yes. Yeah. You solved that dilemma.
Yeah, I proposed on Scotts Bluff, which is a bluff overlooking Scotts Bluff in Nebraska.
Nebraska, yeah.
We had hiked to that. We had trudged to the top of that bad boy. Anybody, you've done that? Woo. Anyway, it's a piece of work. Anyway, we got up there. After I caught my breath, I said to her, I'm sick and tired of being your boyfriend. I would much rather be your husband. And she said, yes. So apparently the thought had crossed her mind as well.
Yeah.
And then I said, and I'm not bluffing. So now hold on. Are you telling you drove from Kansas City, Missouri, Bluff, Nebraska, a trip of over 500 miles, walked to the top of Scotts Bluff, proposed, and then said, I'm not bluffing? Yes.
Wow.
So thoughts and prayers for my wife, Eva. She has a piece of work right here. She's an amazing woman, though. We met online, and at the time I was looking for anyone who had just one thing, financial advisor. I do not need a financial advisor. My plan is life and 401k to run at the same time. I want my last check to bounce.
Yeah.
When I perform for a crowd that has young people in it, I'll say, a check is a piece of paper from a bank. It works like a flow debit card. Anyway, living with her has been an educational experience. I've learned there's a difference between a hand towel and a dish towel. Some of you already know this. A hand towel is for wiping your hands. Dish towel is for wiping your nose. So it's important to keep them separate. And she loves shopping sales, especially going out of business sales, 90% off. You can parking lot with a shopping cart just loaded with stuff. Still, not enough for a felony. She's an excellent bowler. She bowled professionally for a while. We went bowling the other day. That was a mistake. Beat me 148 to 72.
148 to 72.
I say I won 20 to 17 because or by how many times you roll the ball. And she's an exercise fanatic. Every day, 10,000 without fail. So now you know what I do every day without fail? Yeah, I tell her I'm proud of her. The other day, we're on our way to the grocery store. She's driving. I said, hey, hon, look, there's a spot right by the door. There's a parking spot there was a parking spot right by the door. She goes down the block, takes a right, goes 2 more blocks, parks the car. I said, what are you doing? She said, I need the step. I'm proud of you. So she takes off to the grocery store. She turns around, you coming? I said, no, you go ahead. I'm going to call an Uber. But laugh sometimes walking from the apartment to the car, we'll start laughing. We just great.
That reminds me. You've been watching the Olympics, or you just got done watching the Winter Olympics, correct? You enjoy all that?
Go ahead.
Well, anyway, I kind of brought up something happened to me a long time ago. I started watching curling on TV. A little curling deal, you know, where you push the thing, right? I'll tell you how dumb I am. Oh, some years back, and when I was lifting a lot of weights, I was bench pressing 350 or 330, you know, and I could curl a house, right? Big old guy. Friend says, "Hey, you want to go curling?" I said, "Absolutely, brother." I show up, my workout gloves on, my weight belt, right? Workout shorts, and I'm ready to go. I walk in there, he looks at me all funny. "What are you doing?" I said, "What are you doing? You ain't dressed." He goes, "Well, I came to curl." So I came to curl too, you know, showing him the guns. He goes, I think we got confused. I said, "No, I'm here to curl." I looked down, I said, "But why are we standing on ice?"
Yeah.
I looked over and they were, cool. You mean curling? Yeah, no, okay.
Oh.
Turned out to be a fun game.
Yeah.
You know, it's been pretty good, but my stupid ass in there, I thought we was gonna, you know, get our swole on. No, we had to curl.
And then some bench presses.
Yeah. So, Mr. Scott, I see you did a trip with a comedian acquaintance of both of ours, Mr. Will C.
Yeah.
Where'd you guys go? How was the trip?
Colorado. It was a fundraiser for a local charity. We had a great time. And we drove out there, spent the night and drove back. That was a long trip. That was tiring. It was. We were in Rocky Ford, Colorado, which is where my mom grew up, of all things. So it was quite a coincidence. Home Rocky Ford Cantaloupe, by the way.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Dean Cerny says, "Did you see what the curling stones cost? It's like $1,600 for a set of them." Yeah, they're not cheap. It used to be, metal. I did research on it, read about them. It used to be big iron, but now they're just stone. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Hey, looking, last week I showed a video where the police were doing it, but they were doing donuts and they had a broom in front of the donut trying to sweep and see how far it would go. I mean, and there's two police officers doing it. So, I mean, they kind of feeding in their own stereotype, but now it's pretty cool. Glad to get through that. Now, David, you being a veteran of, going on a long time, you're still young, no? What are you, 25, 26? You're looking good, doing good. I know you're married and everything. What's coming up for David Scott that you want to share with everybody?
Oh, well, one more trip. I just made a 3-day trip through Nebraska and Kansas. I was for Darcy Lynn. You know who that is?
Oh, she's a ventriloquist girl.
Yep.
She's phenomenal.
She is amazing talent.
Yes.
He did 3 sold-out shows in Scottsbluff and North Platte and then Concordia, Kansas. And all 3 were these theaters that were just fabulous. 100-year-old theaters, packed. So couldn't believe it. So I did 15 minutes, got the hell off stage. But she was just, she's
a phenomenal singer too.
We got to chat briefly, and she's just delightful.
Yes.
She's a delightful young woman. Yeah.
Nice. I'll have to check her out. Dean Cerny says, "I just checked. David is 23, but he works a lot of night shifts."
Yeah.
No. Mm-hmm. It takes a toll on you after a while, doesn't it,
David? Not sure what numbering system you're using to calculate my age, but
that's redneck math.
It's on the curve.
It's on the curve.
It's on the curve.
And Dave's a math major, so he'll tell you all about the curve now.
It's on the curve.
I didn't tell you, Dave. The wife and I went out to Atchison, Kansas, which is a fine little town. Had no problem with it. I got a nephew who lives out there. Biscuit. Y'all remember him? Biscuit used to be on part of the show. On the way out there, though, on the left-hand side, there was a gas station we used to stop at. I had this quarter machine. You put the quarters in there and it slides and try to shove up more quarters. And we always do pretty good at it. I hadn't been in a long time. We go there, walk in there, and there's slot machines everywhere. No more quarter machine, right? I said, okay, well, we don't want to play that. So my wife and I were looking for a restroom. Wife goes, man, this lady comes out. She goes, oh, my God, don't go in there. There's an accident. I thought maybe the toilet flooded on her, right? And she come out of the men's bathroom too. She was just flustered. And I said, well, okay, I need to go to the men's room. As I walked by her, I looked down and a turd fell out of her pant leg. It was consistency of mousse pudding. Okay. Then she steps in it, tracks it around. I'm walking like hopscotch. I go and do my business and laughing and thinking this is not going to turn out good for me, right? I start gagging. I was big man. I was hiding over in the corner, hiding, literally waiting on my wife. My wife, Shelly, walking in, she steps right in it.
Oh.
She's tracking it all over. Now, she don't normally cuss at all in public. That's usually my fault to do that. She turned around. I said, she goes, what's wrong with you? Nothing. She goes, big man. You're right, baby. All right. I said, you need to go wash your shoe off. She looked at me. She goes, and I could read her mind. What she said, what she thought was different. She's thinking blah, 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 blah. What she said was, this is foul. She walks back in there to change. So the lady comes up behind the register. She brought one piece of paper towel with her. She quickly looked, oh my goodness. So she went and got a whole bunch of paper towels and some bleach, and she was trying to scrub the grout. And as we left, I noticed it said, Stop Shop. Well, I'm going to go back and change the name to Crap Shop. Okay. Or Shit Shop, whatever, because that was foul. It was nasty. My wife tracked it all over. To her credit, she didn't say any bad words. I'm real super proud of her.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
That happened on the Missouri side. As soon as we got, it's the first gas station on the left before you get to the Amelia Earhart Bridge right there that you go over to the river. And that's where we went over a good little town. Got enough. We're going back over there Friday. We're going to help him move to another little spot there. I went there to purpose to line up some comedy shows at the BFW and American Legion. They built a big, beautiful American Legion building up there. They got a brand spanking new one. I mean, like 6 months. They haven't even got it all the way finished yet. So, anyway, we're going to be looking to probably get in there. They're kind of wanting 2 shows. And so, clean show and adult show. So, you, sir, will be first on my call list.
I'm your boy.
If we get to that. But yeah, that was disgusting. That was a disgusting trip for my wife. And I give her lots of credit. She did not cuss and rant and rave. I'd have had to probably go to jail. I'd had to call commander and say, I need bail money.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't even believe me. If I told him that, he'd be like, are you drinking? No, I'm not drinking,
I'll be there, bro. I'm on my way.
But the whole time I'm thinking, I hope she don't track that in the car. And I thought, wait a minute. Now I know how the cop felt all them years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm like,
I'm sorry.
I mean, one mistake in my life, and I can't never escape this damn thing. Okay, I mean that story's made me a lot of money, the original one, but now every time I go somewhere, hey, ain't you the guy? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
They don't bring up the fact that I was, MMA champion, light heavyweight and heavyweight, #1 contender. They don't bring none of that up. They don't bring up none of my, great comedy I put on and stuff like that. No. They always remember me as the guy that crapped in the cop car.
But Richie, I have a question. Where did you compete when you were doing MMA?
What's that?
Where did you compete?
Oh, I fought in Missouri, Iowa. I did some in the Marine Corps competitively and over in Illinois. Tarkio, Missouri. I fought quite a few times in Tarkio. It was a small little unit. It was semi-pro. I got paid for it, but it wasn't enough to live off of,
Yeah.
But I did pretty good. Like I said, I was light heavyweight champion. I was light heavyweight commander at one time.
A light heavyweight. Yep.
Yeah. I was 205 once.
Yeah.
Once.
Once. Years ago.
Yeah. Back when.
Daughter, I didn't always used to be this heavy. I used to weigh 7 pounds, 8 ounces.
Yeah.
See,
believe it or not,
what will happen to you?
My mother had 4 children. Okay. When I was born, I was less than 5 pounds. I was about 4 pounds, 10 ounces. Okay.
Wow.
Doctor told my mom, he goes, well, he won't be very big. I guess he was wrong. Okay. I ended up being 6 foot, 275 or actually 300 pounds once, but we won't go there. Right. So my mom thought it was going to be easy having kids. My brother comes along, breaks the Missouri record at the time. Okay. Almost 15 pounds. Okay. My sister right after him was born. She was 12 pounds. My mom was like, I thought it was going to be easy. She come along.
Those are kindergartners.
Yeah, these
Them
guys,
ain't babies, them's kindergartners.
my brother come out shaving. My goodness. And then my younger sister, who's younger than most of my children, in fact, all my kids are older than my sister. She come out, she was like 8-9 pounds. So my mom thought it was gonna be simple when I was born, but boy, she get a shock. You know? And my brother come out. He come out. He didn't have no baby. He come out. Hey, mom, what's for breakfast? That's how he came out of the womb talking. So, rest in peace. He died. He went in the hospital. He got MRSA on the back of his heart. And they was going to go in there and clean it out. Well, he didn't want to take care of himself. He was one of the guys that, I don't need that. Okay. Now, there's certain things you better get treated. MRSA is one of them if you got it.
Yeah.
But anyway, they said they operated on him, which, according to what we seen, I don't think they operated him. They said he opened his chest to pull his heart out, cut the MRSA sac off. There was a little sac of MRSA there. Right? Cut it off and put it back in. The hole was only that big, first of all, in his chest. Okay. He goes in the hospital weighing 425 pounds. When he died in the hospital from MRSA poison, he was 500 pounds. He was 425. He gained 75 pounds of fluid on him. Okay.
Yep.
They were pumping Lasix to take it off him, and he died from that. So 500 pounds when he died.
Wow.
And so, of course, they admitted they made a mistake. And I called Brown Crouppen. You've heard of them, for the local people. And they said, well, good news and bad news. Good news is, yeah, there's negligence. We can get your nephew some money, because I didn't want any money from me. I just want to make sure his son was took care of. Right. I'm like, okay, great. Absolutely. They said, but we got some good news and some bad news. I said, well, every time I call attorney, I always hear that. I said, well, give me the good news. Oh, you're entitled about $450,000 for your nephew. Okay, cool. They said, yeah, not a problem. You just give us a small retainer of $5,000 and we'll make it happen for you. I said, cool. Okay. I said, well, what's the bad news? He goes, you can't get any of it. I said, well, I don't want it from my nephew, because no, he can't get any of it either. I said, why is that? He said, well, when your brother died, he had a Medicaid bill. I said, well, I'm not responsible for my brother or his bills. He said, no, but his estate is. And so anything he gets paid for estate, it's got to cover that.
Yeah.
Right.
I said, so wait a minute, I don't have to pay this. If you don't get any money, you don't have to pay the bill. But if you get any money, it's got to go to your brother's estate.
That's right. They got a judgment against it.
I said, ain't that something? So my nephew didn't get nothing. I didn't have to pay the $5,000, and so, yeah, they had a malpractice suit, and we had a legit one. But his estate was, and they said that case is only worth $450,000. I probably could have went and probably got $1 million somewhere else, maybe. But then, who knows and all that stuff. But that's kind of the way things go. And so I kind of circle back here real quick to that Missouri law. Not only do I think it should be a law, I think I ought to make that a federal law. If you get in a wreck and you wipe out a mother or father, and it puts a hardship burden on that child being raised, I think you should pay it.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to take it a step higher. I
Hold
think
on.
let me finish.
This.
Hold these trucking companies at the same standard for having these drivers out here who are not legal to be driving a semi on the road.
Absolutely. And they could either pay in monthly installments like regular child support, or the average cost to raise a child from delivery to after college is $250,000. So if they just put $250,000 in the bank, for each child, fine.
There you go.
I think that should be, because there's no accountability anymore. It seems that people don't think they got to be held accountable. They don't think that they should have to they should have to reach if they want to be able to do something and not be held accountable for it. And I think that's wrong. And we should send a message.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you that would do more than locking somebody up. Because some people like to get locked up. Some people think it's a vacation time going to jail. I mean, they must like to smell ass and feet and eat bologna. I don't know what the problem is, but I don't think it's vacation at all. But some of you can't get through to them. But I remember what my grandpa said. He goes, I know you're a tough guy, and I know you've knocked a lot of men. He said, but I'm going to teach you this. The best place to hit a man is in their pocketbook. That broken nose will heal. Okay, their pride will heal. But they can't. It's harder to make that money back when you hit them with it. And so a lot of old folks, they get, of course, I'm getting that category of old folks. They have a lot of wisdom that people shun and push aside, but that's some good smart wisdom, Mr. Scott, right there.
Yep.
But yeah,
I'm 25. I finally figured out arithmetic. He'd be base 36 arithmetic. I'm 25.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, excellent. Okay, David, you put a deal online last year, and I asked if you were retiring, and you said not if people want me to come perform for them. And I see you're doing on Facebook. You're doing a 100-day challenge.
Yeah, I was just going. Well, thank you for bringing that up. They were very kind. I'm doing 100 days of jokes from my book of jokes, Closed for Repairs with Plumbing Problems. Would you like to hear a couple of the jokes from the last couple of days?
I would love to.
Oh, go right ahead.
Is it appropriate to RSVP to a wedding invitation by saying, "I can't make it, sorry, maybe next time"?
Good luck.
It depends. It depends.
Did we ever find out what the knights in white satin sat in? Nope, let me do that one again. White satin. Did we ever find out what the knights in white sat in?
That's a very interesting question.
What the knights in white sat in. I did it really good. So every day I tell a joke.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook page, David G. Scott Clean Comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And check them out. They're all on there. Enjoy.
Ah. Have to look at that.
Yeah.
Dean said, I did that at my brother's second wedding anniversary. He's getting divorced again.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
I'd send, if they want a response, I'd be like, or maybe send this as my digital response. What rhymes with orange? No, it doesn't. Maybe that's where that's the blue stop sign right there. That's the blue stop sign we were wondering about at the beginning of the show. Yeah. No, it's quite a deal. Mr. Scott, you, David or Jeff and I performed at the Veterans Home there in Cameron, and the lady was talking about, she had you in there and several different times, and said that people really liked you. So I was talking to a couple of veterans afterwards, and they really loved our comedy. And Jeff did a lot of his magic tricks, and he's got you remember some of his. He's got some goofy, funny magic tricks, right? And he scored high. And they said one thing they liked about you, and they said they don't mean this in a rude way. They said, but when they look at you, they feel like you're one of the residents. They can relate to you more because you're there.
Oh yeah.
And I wanted to tell you that because one of them said, "Tell David he's there."
Yeah.
So I wanted to tell you that because
most of the time they let me out without a problem.
Yeah. I know we had to tag in and tag out.
Yep.
I'm wondering, did you have to do that, or did they just give you?
Yep. No, yeah. I
want to make sure that you got a little tag. And they said, "Yeah, non-resident, let me go."
Non-resident, let me go. I'm out of here.
Yeah. Well, David, you and I we've been performing together a lot over the years. We did quite a few shows together. Been all over to different areas. I'm going to ask you kind of a question here. You kind of know me a little bit now. And of course, you know yourself. If you were to die, what song, looking back, what song that would describe your life would you want them to play at your funeral?
Wow. Thank you. I've never been asked that question. But my first, just right off the top of my head, it would be, does your chewing gum flavor on the bedpost overnight? I think that be right at the top of the list. But why not?
Okay. Now, here's what I'm setting myself up here. I know I am. Knowing me as well as you know me, what song would describe my life?
Something about never giving up. About not giving up, not situation.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head, but I could find one that does that.
Dean says, "Pop goes a weasel."
Pop goes a weasel.
Chewing bedpost is about a 5-minute song.
I think when the day comes up, I'd like to have some commentary from Arlie Emery. Okay. And a lot of his Full Metal Jacket stuff, because that stuff to me is just funny. I like for that to play on a loop in there, especially the part when he said, your ass looks like 50 pounds of chewed bubble gum. Yeah. So, yeah. Knowing you the way I know you, I'd probably say song describes your life. Was it from a band back in the, I think, 80s, might have been the 70s, band Loverboy called Loving Every Minute of It.
Yeah.
I think that'd be kind of your song, Loving Every Minute of It. Yeah. And that describe your life. And the song that I want played I just said what I'd like to play. What, Commander, what 2 songs would you? One describes your life, and one do you want played at your funeral?
Oh boy, I never even thought about that, but
that's my brother. He said, "Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way."
The Stones and Satisfaction.
Nice.
Satisfaction.
All right, that song describes you live. Now, which one you want to play at your funeral? God forgive me. Here we go.
Oh, well, at my funeral, I think it would probably. I'll tell you what, I don't want to get real religious here, but I've got a favorite. Where he leads, I will follow.
Okay. Okay. All right. I knew Dean would eventually get to this.
Yeah.
Crazy Train.
Crazy Train. There you go.
That would be, I don't know whose funeral he's talking about, but that's certainly good to go.
Crazy Train, yeah. Or Highway to Hell.
Highway to Hell. Yeah.
You got the bases covered. You can play both of them there, you know.
Yeah.
You got the bases covered.
I think Outlaw's Reward. Bo Cephas. Outlaw's Reward.
Yeah.
War Pigs.
Country Boy Can Survive. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. David, I know you're constantly writing new material. You're constantly involved in everything you got all the time. What do you got? What are you working on that's brand new? No one's heard. If you want to, you don't have to do the whole thing. Just give us inserts of it.
Well, that thing about my girlfriend / wife that's new. I actually developed some of that on the road to Nebraska. I was
nice.
In the car and a couple. So that's my newest stuff. Mm-hmm. But somebody said, "Do you write jokes?" And I said, "No, I'll see something and it'll occur to me." Like I tell a joke. The stop sign at the car dealership says a heavy pedestrian traffic. And I saw that and I said, insult to skip pedestrians.
Kind of rude, isn't it? Yeah.
Then I saw at 15-minute parking. And I looked for the store, couldn't find a store called 15 Minute. And it's funny because now I see those same signs and it's like, how did it happen to think of that? Because most of the time it just looks like a sign, but sometimes if I'm in the right frame of mind, I can see something and so it's hard for me to write a joke on purpose. They just kind of come at me.
No, that's the way our life works. Our brains are wired different than a lot of people, and that's a good thing. I'm working on one called Delusions, and one of these I stole from you. Well, you told me about it, and so if you see a man riding a bicycle, smoking a cigarette, odds are he's going to the liquor store.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we stop thinking 25% off is really 25% off?
Yeah.
Can we stop thinking Santa Claus is real? That guy died long ago. You mean tell me as much candy and cookies he eat, he ain't lost a toe from diabetes?
Yeah.
Okay. He's not dead. Come on with that. Can we stop believing that Groundhog Day means there's 6 more weeks of winter if he sees a shadow? There's 6 more weeks anyway, whether he sees a shadow or not, right? Just because a fat guy goes and gets a fountain drink doesn't mean he's getting Diet Coke. I like tea.
Yeah, unsweetened.
Unsweet tea. And we'll stop with the delusions, man. Come on. And so that's just some of the new bits I'm working on. I got quite a few more. I got one about read an article where doctors are always saying high blood pressure is on the rise in this country. But I went ahead and read the article more. It says they found out every time someone goes to the doctor, their blood pressure is worse than it was sitting at home. And doctors are baffled why that is. Well, I've done figured this out. Every time you go to the doctor, you got to fill out the same pamphlet of stuff, 6-8 pages long, right? They know who you are. They got on record. Every time you got to fill this out. And they always get the one question, especially if they know you're a male, right? It says, if you're a male, check the following. Have you ever had vaginitis? Have you ever been pregnant? Yeah. Have you ever been pregnant?
Are you breastfeeding?
If anyone has died in your family, have they recovered? That's why people's heart rate is. That's why your blood pressure's up. Every single time you go to the doctor, you got to answer these stupid questions, man. Wow. So, yeah, they work on this new stuff. Well, I'm glad to see you in good health, David. And I appreciate
David,
you coming on.
Looking good.
You're a very healthy man. I'm glad you're still after it. I'm glad that you found a good woman. You're doing well, and we appreciate that. I talked to oh man, I'm getting old. My brain's losing my mind here. Oh, Jeff Onyx, duh. And Jeff, said to tell you hi.
Okay.
Haven't seen you in a while.
Jeff gave to me.
Go ahead.
That the other day, somebody posted on Facebook that they were making synonym buns, and I posted, "Don't you mean cinnamon buns?" No, cinnamon different than cinnamon buns, but they taste exactly the same.
Kind of like leaving that U out of annually becomes anal.
Annually, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, make sure.
Yeah.
Make sure if you make a flyer, okay, and you put public on there, make sure it's public and not pubic.
Yep. Yeah. If I could have that joke, and he said yes.
Oh, excellent. Well,
all right.
Good job. Good job. Nice. Things are evolving great in your life, David.
Yeah.
I'm very happy for you, brother. I'm very happy for you. Guys, we appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. Real quick before you get out of here, understand something. What's going on in America right now? Gather all the facts before we start getting on here and whining about things, making comments. One thing I really enjoy is taking military advice from someone who's never been in the military. Trying to explain to a veteran how the military works. I enjoy so much that because I look at them like, and you served when? Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
that explains.
You've never eaten MREs? Oh,
no.
Okay. You've never used John Wayne toilet paper?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You never ate a 25-year-old C ration? Okay. Yeah.
25. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Our crap was boxed up and canned in 1950.
Yeah.
Yeah. Try that on for size. And people worry about expiration dates on their food.
Right. Dean said you can add this to your weapon patrol. He said no one enunciates L in caulk like a woman at Home Depot.
Okay.
Yeah. That's true. David, I don't know if you remember or not, but when we close out, we always give like a closing to people. If you want to give us some good tidings or however you want to do it for closing, please.
Oh, wow. I wish I'd known about this ahead of time. The same advice I gave my kids, just keep up, keep going. Don't get to things will, which is hard because sometimes when I get to feeling down, I think that I'm going to feel down forever. And it's hard for me to realize, no, it'll get better. It'll get better. Just go to sleep and wake up in the morning and it'll probably be better than it is right now. But that's hard. That's easy to say and hard to do. But
no, I get it. I understand. Commander, what do you got for us?
Okay. All right. To my little test for y'all today on our military word, Tango uniform, TU. It goes for tits up, which means it's inoperational.
Inoperational, yes. Yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I come across something I want to share with you all. I really do, and I think all of us can relate to it in my closing tonight. So, folks out there, if you're in that spot, listen up and just take this to heart. There are days I really need help and still don't ask because I'm afraid of being a burden. I tell myself they have their own problems. You'll just add to them. Carry it alone. But I don't think of my friends that way. When they need help, I feel honored to be trusted, glad to be someone they can lean on. It's strange how I believe they are allowed to need people, but I am not. You are not too much for needing support. You are just human, and in a moment that wasn't meant to be carried alone. If you would gladly hold it for someone you care about, please remember this. Someone cares enough to hold it for you. Ask. Ask. Don't keep it to yourself. Ask for help.
That sounds like Bill Clinton's slogan. Hold it. That's for somebody else to hold it. Yeah. Well, guys, first of all, I want to say thank you for David Scott for coming on, brother. You always bring your A game every time I talk to you, every time we're around. We thank you very much. Before we go, tell everybody where to find you at, sir.
David G. Scott Clean Comedy. Or you can go to my website, davidgscottcleancomedy.com.
There you go. There you go, guys. He's a funny man. He has merch for sale. Guys, if you don't have a CD of his, man, go get you one. Okay. And they're reasonably priced. You're not going to set you back many dinners, just a couple. If you go buy one. Dean Cerny says, a nurse told me in a critical care unit, you're not a burden. Don't ever apologize for asking for help. Well
Amen.
put, brother. Well put,
Amen.
brother.
Amen.
Well
Thank
put.
you, Dean.
Thank you, Dean. Appreciate that. You guys, you are not worthless unless you're a child molester, and you know where I go with that.
Well.
You have value, and we all can't do the same things, and I'm glad of it. I am glad of it. You know,
it'd be a boring world.
We need everybody. We need people to make us laugh. We need people to sing to us. We need rules. We need regulations. We need things in this country. You're not alone. You're not by yourself. Stack the days, guys. Stack the days. Keep them going. Positive days. You know, you start stacking more positive than bad, it'll help you get through it.
Yeah.
Not everything is bad as what it seems, and not everything is good as what it seems. There's always a happy medium somewhere, depending on someone's outlook. Make sure you have your pet spayed or neutered, like Bob Barker, if he was live, he'd tell you. Okay. Do that. Be kind to one another. Look out for one another. And we'll just leave it like this.
Yeah.
When we're coming out of winter, coming into spring, and it's time to get out, get off that couch, get out, get in the sunlight. Sunlight does amazing things for you. Okay. Find something to do outside. Go for a fish. I would love fishing. I'm an avid fisherman. I'm already planning on a trip. The wife and I are taking for our anniversary in July. Planning on going down to Branson. And one of the things we cut out time for is fish. Okay. So get out, fish. If you're a hunter, you got a lot of things coming up to get ready for hunting season. Get out. Get out of your own head. Join up. Go to comedy. Go see David Scott. He performs in Kansas City, performs Missouri, Iowa, Nebraska, all over the United States. Look him up. Look up his our mutual friend. We'll see. Check him out. Right. You get a chance to find comedy vets. We always have a good lineup. Come check us out. You know, we do many things. We do music, magic, and comedy. Do clean comedy, the king right there, the king of clean comedy, and we do adult comedy. Okay. I do a ton of impressions. So come on out there. There's something for everybody. I'm not going to beg a person to save their own life, but I'm going to beg you to save your life. Okay.
Yeah.
You come on out, you just, but don't be shy. No, I don't know what you're going through unless you tell me, and I'm not going to give you solutions. My job will be to listen to you and encourage you. Okay. I know there's people at the VA, and there's a very alarming stat that I was reading the other day. Cause I'm preparing for another one he shows down the line. How many veterans have went in and asked for help at local VA hospitals, got turned down, and then took their own lives in the parking lot? You'd be surprised the number of veterans that's happened to. They go in to get help. They get turned away either because they didn't have an appointment or the wait time is ungodly. And so they go out and they take it as a sign. They go out in the parking lot and take their own life. You're there. You did it. You asked for help, but it didn't work. The number is just staggering. Look it up. I'm not going to put it out there for you. Look it up. That is, if it's one or more, it's too many. Okay. So that's why Dave and I do what we do. We don't want the suicide. It's terrible, and it's getting worse. 22 a day. Some counts in 45 a day if you count first responders, people getting in, people coming out of the military. Life is not all. It's not great. It's not bad. There's something. Do what you got to do. Eat a good meal. If you're a chef, cook some meals for somebody. Make somebody smile. There's joy in making other people smile. There really is.
There is.
There absolutely is. I enjoy the face of people laughing. I enjoy that. It's a lot better alternative, than making the judge mad. You don't want to make the judge mad. You don't want to make the wife mad. And if you're religious, hey, get into religion. One more thing. Don't talk politics to people. Both sides are right and both sides are wrong. You'll never gain common ground like that. So love yourselves and each other. I'm Richie King, Bad Man of Comedy. On behalf of Comedy Vets, King's Court, I want to thank Comedy Vets on YouTube, Comedy Vets on Facebook, Comedy Vets on Backwoods Veterans Media. I want to thank my friend Commander showing up. I want to thank my buddy David Scott. Looking forward to performing with you this year, my friend. Yeah. You keep up the good work.
Yes, sir.
All you guys out there, remember, it's coming, right? There are not many more days of winter left. The anticipation is killing me. Okay.
Yeah.
It's killing me. Be kind to one another. Don't get all caught up in silly stuff. Live your lives. One more comment here says, sheds on the ground and turkey season starting soon. Go find them thunder chickens. Piece of simple advice. Get out in the woods. God bless y'all. You take care of yourselves. As I say my native tongue, Dona Dogahoy, Osta Usvi, means until we meet again, good night. On behalf of everyone here, we say thank you. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you next week.